It's your boy, Jim CB. Welcome back to the channel. You can like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, man, and we are back with another clip, another video, and some things to get into with our thoughts, man. Stay tuned for the commentary, and I'll be with you shortly.
In this clip, man, Boosie breaks down and reveals the reason that rappers are such a sweet lick to robbers, man, and why they feel like they can just run up and do what they feel, man. You know, in this interview with Vlad and TV, he gets very um vocal on this. You know, he breaks it down in a way where, you know, anybody who's ever been close to the streets can relate. Man, when you are a robber, you look for an easy target. Most rappers are probably not gonna call the police after the fact because they want to maintain their street credit. If they get robbed. Then you also get to bring to light, man, we snatched this dude chain. You know, you get to go viral for a second if you know. And then 9 times out of 10, when it comes to rapper homicide investigations, man, the cops, they haven't really been batting 1,000. They've solved some of the more recent ones. The Nipsey Hussle situation was on camera. The XXXTentacion robbery murder was on camera. But when it just comes down to the come down, like, they really haven't solved the Big L murder. They haven't solved Tupac's murder. More often than not, the cops investigating these cases, especially nowadays, they're getting so many murder investigations in these cities that they're rarely solving any of these homicides, because right in the middle of one investigation, here comes another one. In multiple cities at times, it's 10-20 murders a day, depending on what city you live in and how big it is. So if it's not a lot of people coming forward and information being brought forward, these homicides are very hard to solve. So let's get into what Boosie had to say, man.
Oh, a lick is a lick, and a rap is a sweet lick. Cause a lot of niggas think rappers ain't gangsters nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because you rap, that don't make you a gangster. That's what people think. Street niggas don't respect a lot of rappers.
I mean, I get
you got real street niggas don't respect rap niggas like that. Right. Unless you like it.
Right. I mean, X wasn't a gangster.
I don't hope niggas think if you be a gangster, if you be a rapper, that turns you into a gangster just because you rapping gangster. That doesn't make you a gangster.
Well, X didn't even rap gangster.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying.
He was an emo rapper, really. He rapped about his feelings and feeling sad. Matter of fact, I think his album was called Sad. You know what I'm saying? He was the first, what I consider is the first real emo rapper. You know what I mean? The one that really, I think, switched rap from braggadocio to actually mental health, crying, being sad. You know what I mean? Most rappers weren't cool with doing all that shit.
But like, when I'm saying it, like, when they in motion, is you hunting.
Okay. You're
hunting. Any lick you see, you go and get it. You not thinking about the consequences behind it. When you take something, you're not really, the consequences might flash, but when you take something, it do anything, when it come back as trouble, you didn't think it was gonna come back.
I just don't see how anyone would think they would get away with this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is XXXTentacion, I believe, has the most streamed album in Spotify.
Now wait a minute. Boosie also said something compelling. Just because you rap gangster doesn't make you a gangster. Now, people have all types of past. Like, there are pastors out here, right? There are pastors out here that are clearly like they have enough life experience and they've been through so many situations. They just turned their life around. And sometimes a rapper can be a form of gangster. Sometimes a rapper can just be a kid who fell in love with rap and decided that, hey, I'm gonna go talk this way because this is going to sell. But in life, they're all there are people who aren't necessarily gangsters, but they know how to defend themselves. So when you go to rob someone, it's too many unknown variables in that situation. You really don't know who you robbing unless you've cased them, unless you followed them, unless you've really, kind of did your homework and research on these individuals or on the said individual that is the intended target. So, if somebody's going to rob somebody and they didn't do their homework due diligence, and this guy may be at the moment the typical run-of-the-mill everyday working man, but he got a job that get paid under the table, and that's all you know, because somebody might have put you on this person because they might got an issue of vendetta. Because sometimes when somebody get robbed, it's not always about, oh, the opportunity presented itself. It's not always about the chance. Sometimes people have issues with other people and they decide that they're going to get them robbed, or they're going to put the wolves on this person. Now, if they didn't give you all of what you needed to be successful to hit this lick, you're going in thinking, yo, this is about to be a sweet lick. When you get into these situations, let's just say the guy you go to rob, he got a pass. And he might be a shooter, but he might not have gotten caught for any of the bodies he dropped, any of the shootings he's done. And he decides before it gets too late to change his life. But he used to be what you are, so he can smell you coming. So he know when you got the drop, and he know how to get the drop on you. And you go into the situation with his sweet lick, but he been watching you, watching him. And then he catch the upper hand on his robbers. Then what happens to you then? Because you went into the situation. Or let's just say you go in, and I'm gonna get this dude, he about to go in the house, he in the house by himself, ain't nobody home. Let's just say it's 5 people in his basement. But the basement don't really have too many windows and stuff like that, so you can't see it. It look like all the lights off in the house. And you enter this person's home. Once they've entered, they set their keys down. They go down the steps. You slip in thinking you hot. Yeah, we got him. We about to get him. And it's a room full of gentlemen or people or someone else in the home who can return fire on you once you draw down on this individual, or the individual. It's just too much going on. Sometimes there's too many variables involved, and you don't know everything about the person you're going to rob, and the person don't know everything about you. All they know is, I'm trying to make it out the situation alive. That form of desperation kicks in, the same desperation that you have to go and take what you're going to take from these individuals. So, you're not always right about a person, you're not always wrong about a person, but the same way Boosie say that a lot of the street dudes don't respect rappers, a lot of the JackBoys don't respect rappers, they don't think they're real. A lot of them are not. There are a few cases where some of them are. And even then, that doesn't guarantee their safety if they're not moving properly. It's not 100% that when you go and jack somebody, you're getting away from these situations. You're getting out of these situations at all. And even then, if you get away with whatever you get away with in those type of crimes, if you're not prepared, you got to move fast and think on the fly. And you may leave something behind. It's just too risky. It's too risky of a business to get yourself involved in. You know what I'm saying? What if this guy got security and you ain't paying attention to his security? You don't know where his security at, but you think he by himself. Security pop out on your ass and pop you twice. Or he got a team of gorillas with him and you think he soft cookies and you run up on him and, oh, damn, yeah. It's too many variables involved, man. Go get your own. That's the message here. I feel like everybody should go get their own. And if you can't get your own, get with somebody who know how to get their own and get you some knowledge on how to get yours. Because all that robbing and sticking up and catching people lacking and hitting licks, you get more time for robbery than murder. What you think you gonna get for a robbery plus a murder? You ain't coming home. The guys in XXXTentacion case, ironically, they're not coming home. This is the situation that they're speaking on right now that I'm commenting on. It's just too risky of a thing. So kids, if you out there, you need something that bad, man, figure out something else. The streets are not a game. The streets don't play fair. The streets are a myth. It's too many great and good individuals who've lost their lives to the streets because they thought it was something that it wasn't. The key word is there are no honor amongst thieves. There are no honor amongst criminals. If you have a heart, if you have honor, or any of those things and morals and principles, everybody don't operate by those rules. So you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. So when you realize that about yourself, I'm just too real for this. So this right here is going on. My mind is just different now. My heart is different. I'm changing. I'm evolving. I'm growing. Get the hell away from it. But at the end of the day, I'm telling y'all, man, judged on by all the information that we have in 2023, going back to the 60s, 70s, and 80s, man, all the information that we have tells us no. It's not going to work. And sometimes we got to learn the hard way. But for those who pay attention to examples and learn from the mistakes of others and themselves, if you got an opportunity to change that and move away from that, you move away from it. But let's get back into what Boosie's saying, man. Sorry I ran on a tangent.
History. Like literally over 1 billion times. 1 billion times people have listened to this album. This is one of the most popular rappers. You could have created so many, he almost created a whole genre around it. So not only are you doing life in prison, but think about how many fans of his are going to be locked up with you. Think about a dude that grew up listening to XXXTentacion, now his killer is right here eating lunch next to you.
Depends on what kind of fans he have.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you don't have, some people have citizen fans and some people have gangster fans.
True.
Always remember that.
Yeah.
Some niggas go to jail and live who done something and live pretty straight. If you ain't no,
that's true.
If you ain't no child molester or something like that.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
He don't have Nipsey fans.
And see, that's the moral of this thing, man. Sometimes, depending on who you put hands on and who you hurt, it's a lot going on, man. Anybody can become a target in this day and age, man. It don't matter who you is, what your stripes is, how much time you put in the game, how strapped you be. Sometimes it just don't matter. Sometimes it's God's will when it's your time, man. But you can't keep going out into the world not doing everything that you can to stay safe, be safe, and remain safe, and protect you and yours. And that's the thing, man. Like, don't put yourself in harm's way. Do every rapper need 10 chains? Probably not. One, hey man, I got this chain because this commemorates my first album and it doing so well. This chain right here, this the third chain, second chain, whatever chain. This my third chain, but I only wear one chain at a time. See, it's the overabundance of jewelry, money, the extra flashiness, that makes people a target. When you come in with a modest one watch, one chain, you ain't doing too much. You feel what I'm saying? You're not pulling out a bag of money. You just doing a quick walkthrough. You doing your business. You ain't just hanging somewhere. I'm saying sometimes guys are just followed. Oh, you ain't that such and such, man. Wait a minute. He live right here. Bro live right here. That's how it's gonna go. Bro live right here. Homie live right here. Okay, all right. We gonna watch this. So he went to the bank, pulled out the so he can go. Okay, all right then. Oh, he gotta go buy this car. Oh, he gotta go buy this bike. Oh, he gotta go hit the jewelry store. Sometimes they just understand how to watch you and get the drop. man. But it is what it is, man. Stay safe, stay prepared, be well, man. This is Gems TV out, man. This is another production of me. And like, share, subscribe, hit that notification.